Production was in Mumbai,
and
LA.
Atlanta.
Because everyone has to shoot in Atlanta now.
Right, and Atlanta is a lot of people don't know this, is actually hotter than Mumbai. So that was, we went to India and was shooting in like 120-degree weather, and people were passing out and stuff on set, because it was so hot. But then we came to Atlanta and realized it's actually worse. So that was fun. Like for 2 months. More humid, yes, more Indians for some reason. I don't know why, but just more Indians.
You were born in India but moved before you were even cognizant, right?
Before I was cognizant, yes. I've never heard it put that way, but yeah, that is true. I was not really cognizant of what was going on. I was a year old, so I was cognizant.
Back?
I just don't. I didn't really have a say in anything. I wasn't really in control of what was my destiny at that point. So my parents decided to move me to England. And I had to go with them because I was dependent on them for food and clothing and shelter.
Would have been cute to have you as a 1-year-old.
Like a 1-year-old be like, I'm not going. I'm staying here. Send me my allowance. So I grew up in the UK, and then we moved to the States when I was in high school, and so I've had sort of three identities.
Right.
This Indian. I'm a little bit like a turducken. I'm sort of like an Indian person wrapped in a British person, wrapped in an American kind of thing.
But the American is the exterior layer.
The American is the exterior. That's what you see. But inside, there's a little British schoolboy who, loves fish and chips.
Yeah. Would you say that The Daily Show was your big break, or do you feel like you had roles before then that helped establish you?
I think The Daily Show was the most culturally visible thing that I had ever done. So yes, in that sense, it was my big break because it sort of made people aware of me in a way that they hadn't before. But I'd been doing a lot of stuff before The Daily Show. I'd been doing Broadway and movies and all kinds of stuff. But The Daily Show really sort of changed my life in a way just by virtue of the fact that it's part of the cultural zeitgeist in a way that nothing else really had been up until then.
Is that why you think it's such a good launching pad for so many different aspiring actors and comedians? Because there have just been so many people who've come out of that and either gotten their own shows or acted in movies or TV or whatever.
Right. Yeah, I don't know why it is. I mean, I imagine it's just, it's a great sort of incubator, and there's so many great talented people that work at The Daily Show behind the camera as well as on camera. And so I think it's for me, it became a great place to learn about comedy and writing comedy and all that stuff. So it was a great place to grow as a performer for me.
Since you've been out here writing on the show, were you aware of what was happening with Larry and him getting his own show? Is that something that you
Wait, what happened with Larry? Wait, what? Who? What? I'm very excited for Larry. That's great, and I hope his show is hugely successful. And he's calling it the Minority Report, which I hope it really is, and it's not just the Black Report. So that's Larry. If you're listening, have me on the show. Is what I'm saying.
Have you talked about that? Contributing in any way or no?
No, Larry doesn't speak to me. He doesn't really engage with me.
Now that he's got his own show,
even before he had his own show, he's a lot taller than I am, so it's hard for him.
He just talks over your head.
He just talks to other people above my head,